All right, welcome back to the channel. So, turning 41 today, and I feel pretty good with all that's happened to me physically, mentally, spiritually. It's a good thing. Blessed to be 41 and looking forward to a healthy fitness future. I would say, out of all investments I made in my life, keeping it physical, looking after myself, eating the right foods, drinking the water, taking care of myself has been the primary investment of a lifetime that keeps giving, because the more you take care of yourself, the more you look after yourself in the particular minutes down to the wire, making sure you're getting exactly what you need. It's great. It'll help you in the aging process. Um, Speaking of the aging process, some of these supplements that everyone should be using if you want to look after your hormonal health um, can be very effective. And one I'm currently on right now, High Tech Pharmaceuticals Decabolin, right here, is absolutely doing the job I need it to do. Uh, Improved mood, aggression, stamina, strength. Here's the oval pill that goes with it. 2 day, and a nice time release, giving me some extra oomph, before entering further years in the life, and then eventually moving on to TRT. That's like a last resort. I'm trying to prolong that, going into TRTs for as long as I can. Just for my own personal reasons, it's kind of like the final boss of supplements. So I'm gonna wait for that. Um, so with the supplements, with the aging, and this has now been 4 months since getting hit by that van, and I've finally gained an appreciable amount of strength back. I'd say I'm about 90% of where I should be, about 90% of the strength I could have. But today, well, yesterday, I did a ring workout, and in 1 hour, I got 120 reps within good fashion, good style. Lots of L kicks and core holding strength maneuvers as I did the chins and the pull ups. So that's another milestone. I've never done 120 reps on the rings before previously out of any time, let alone in 1 hour. So improved strength and endurance has taken place. I would say calisthenics, probably the best thing for me right now at this point in my life, at 41 years of age, as doing a heavy weightlifting session, you can sometimes get a snag or pull or kind of rip, tear on the muscle, and you feel that. And there's always improper form, always keep your form as well as you can, but just a little bit of slip of improper form, and it doesn't even take much weight, and you can really just knock shit out of alignment, which I've done. You got to look after that lower back, but every time I do calisthenics, I feel pretty good, and I have enough energy the next day to hit some more. However, with these rings, the previous workout I hit, the another chin up, did some more chin up work, hit 100 reps. I was definitely sore in all kinds of nooks and crannies around my back and shoulder and everything. The next day I was really sore, so I know it works. It takes a lot to get sore now after all these years of all these weight sessions and all this stuff logged under the belt. The muscles get used to it, so the only thing you can do is higher reps or higher weight or some sort of improved technique or the tempo. Something has to change in order for you to get these results of feeling sore. You know, and science says that you don't need to feel sore to gain the muscle, and I believe that to a degree, but I gotta say, after all the workouts I've done where I was real sore and banged up, I'd notice remarkable improvements the coming weeks as I put on more muscle and got more definition or more strength would be acquired. But there'd be some sort of physical change after the workouts where I was getting real sore. So, just some food for thought there. I even noticed since the last workout that my bicep muscle has started to change. I did start to get it bigger, and that's from just working out in general, getting stronger after this accident. But I believe it is because of the ring workout, as it allows you to pull from such a spot that gravity is having you work all this extra stability spots all throughout your whole body, and in turn creating more muscularity and more endurance and having you produce some more power. So I'm interested to see the summer where I could take this, as I've never used rings consecutively for many weeks and months in a row. I've had a chance at the rings. I had a good friend that let me use his rings a few times in the last couple years, but I never got to really just continue with the rings. And there's so much you can do with them, and you can even work legs with them. But I'm interested to put the rings in push-up spots and shoulder pressing spots, and it's just endless. It's just up to you. There's so many variations of all these workouts you could do, but man, what I recommend, it's summer, it's sun's out, guns out, get yourself a pair of rings. They're very inexpensive. I think mine were under $40, and if you use the directions manual, you can hang them up across some bars and hit some poles. Totally worth the investment for what you can accomplish. And as far as a beginner goes, using rings, it'd be very difficult to get a lot of chin-ups in, a lot of pull-ups as soon as you got rings and as soon as you start working out. But the kicker, here's the big kick right here. The faster you can do straight up good quality pull-ups and chins on the rings, the quicker you'll develop a strong, lean, muscular, active body that works right, that will transform before your very eyes. I think if you put 6 months in on the rings, you would, do that before and an after take, you'd absolutely see that it's a transformative piece of equipment that you could get a lot more done with faster than you could just the bar or some other technique using machines or free weights or something. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the free weights. They have its place for bulk and size and raw power. But if you're looking for that more fit, athletic, aesthetic physique, you'd rather have the rings. That'll help you much more. I would recommend the rings. So we are 4 months in, a quarter of a year in after this accident, this problem, whatever you want to call it. The smack of a lifetime woke me up pretty good, and I'm still using that as great momentum to do what I must do in this world, I want to teach people, want to share my information about fitness, strategies about diet and nutrition, because overall it helps for a better quality of life. And having a fit mental, physical, spiritual um, entity that you can be is just going to make life that much more rewarding, that much more appreciated in this world. And with that power that you possess, you too can go help people. You too can spread the love and go be, um, go be all that you can be. It's an old army saying from the 90s, but it's true. That's what you want to do. And yeah, I'd like to share that with people. So, all right. And that's all I got tonight for talking about workouts and such. Tomorrow looking like a good day. I'm going to put a couple videos in doing some chest work. And I bet I got stronger in that area too. All right. Make sure to drink your bucha. Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan, hang tough, stay buff, and keep your fitness for